Follow-up. I think uh, absolutely would wanna get her. I think Raja Kumar was, like, one of the first people signed to, like, a real US label. Uh, yeah, people talk about how Raja Kumari is, like, a big reason, obviously, people started looking at South Asians for labels, but I guess, like, a lot of, like, the lack of support for her music is also, like, a reason that, like, we didn't see that trend continue. Like, I believe Sony signed her. So I'm, like, also sending email. That's so funny. Whoever said Raja Kumari, she just posted I wanna show this. It just came up on my For You, Brown Girl Mag collab. Funny. Real funny. She was on Epic for a while, then Sony, then Mass Appeal India, told some awful stories of them wanting her to wear less clothes, take Bindi off. French Montana requested some weird shit for a feature. Why does that as awful as that is, why does none of that surprise me? Like, I feel like that is exactly what would be happening. Wait, I wonder whoever says this, can you tell me, is that Mass Appeal India or Sony? Because that would change whether I'm surprised or not. Like the awful stories, were they at Mass Appeal or were they at Sony? I gotta start editing. Once my editor in India sends me this intro, I gotta start doing this long form. Mass Appeal India, is that's like Navjosh, right? The A&R over there or something. He's like the head of Mass Appeal India or something in India. Something super important over there. I feel like that's like a real like that's like somebody I would definitely want on the pod. Yeah, he's head of A&R at Mass Appeal South Asia. Somebody needs to know. Navjosh, you go. I need this guy on my pod. That's really interesting. Like, I always wonder how publicly people should wear their religion. I always like remember that Lupe Fiasco in this one interview said that he didn't want people to identify him as Muslim because they would take his faults and apply it to Islam, and he's just like, I just didn't want that responsibility. Interesting to think about. It's good though that Raja's like a good representative of the religion, right? Like, it would suck if somebody was like a publicly like whatever religion or whatever ethnicity and then just be like a shitty representative. I guess that happens all the time though, right? Like Ted Bundy definitely made it horrible for white dudes everywhere. BB, what's Ian Carroll talking about? BB, what's Ian Carroll talking about? What's Ian Carroll talking about? Arbitration? Yeah, why? What lawsuit? Oh, how it's all done in arbitration and not in public court? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shit is a scam. Shit is a scam. Yo, y'all should look up arbitration in Hollywood. or arbitration business in general. Nah, absolutely, and make that shit look cool too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, like, if you're, like, all the way tapped in with your heritage, like, a lot of them end up being corny, and then if you, like, completely are away from your heritage, you're also corny. There's, like, this real sweet spot in the middle I feel like a lot of us occupy, where, like, yeah, our heritage is cool, and, yeah, we grew up here, and that shit is also fly. Absolutely agree. Hard, hard agree. Do I have any meetings today, or am I just fucking, no. You know, yes, we did. Me and Heems have DM'd. Let me see if I can find them right now. Heems. We've definitely DM'd. I just don't know where we left the conversation. It might be on the Chai account and not my personal. Let's see. Heems. Heems is like a New York legend, though. Um, at the time, I don't think he was doing podcast commitments, and then he said, "We'll have to have everything when I am." Ran through my publicist. Um, yeah, so I guess, like, we were in, like, publicist hell. Heems has an open invite on the pod. I feel like anybody I've reached out to kinda, like, knows that. Would love to have him on, though. I do think, like, that's, like, an interesting experience, like, having to go through people's, like, publicists and, like, stuff like that. Because I feel like everybody else has always just been, like, a direct like, when I got Nimesh like, it was just, like, direct to Nimesh. It wasn't, like, a PR or anything. I feel like I don't have, like, infrastructure to set up like that. It's, like, me talking to them. And then they get upset when I say no to things. Like when PR agencies are like, "Oh," like, and I'm like, "Yeah, I don't wanna do that." They're just like, "Oh, okay." And then they still try to get me to do it. It's always fun. What's everyone doing on a Thursday in cloudy New York? Yeah, Rory and Mal are the goats. Yo, who are you, Stevie Daniels? Because that's a good cut. That's a good find. Oh, shit. Sorry, I don't got YouTube Premium. That's crazy. Um, Anik would be huge. Anik is, doing his, I think, album rollout now, so hopefully we catch him in this. During this rollout phase, I hope we catch Anik. Being live for this was crazy. Probably in this video somewhere, dancing my ass off like a fucking bot. Yo, y'all ever wonder how much this shit costs? Because Kahani told me how much they spent on Coachella, and that shit is disgusting. Like, disgusting. Like, I want y'all to guess how much production cost at, like, Mirage or, like, Coachella. Shit is so stupid. Like, the amount of money that you have to spend to put this shit on, it's actually insane. That's a good fucking guess, Stevie Daniels. Um, why hasn't Joe Budden or Ramos? Who would they have had? Like, it wouldn't be a Nick, Raja, or Heems. Like no culture overlap. Not no culture overlap, just not enough culture overlap. Like the people who listen to Joe Budden probably have no idea who Heems or Anik are. Let me not say that a small percentage, because obviously his pod audience is probably some like real hip hop nerds that definitely know who Heems or Anik are. But a lot of times I feel like there's no like culture overlap there. Nobody big enough yet. Like I feel like the only one who did like mainstream radio, and Joe Budden, by the way, is like fully mainstream, just based off of the numbers. Is probably like HMK, and I don't even think he did like Breakfast Club level type shit. Like he just did like he did like the on the radar thing. It's interesting. I don't think there's enough audience overlap though. Is my short answer. Shout out to Jazz V dancing his ass off and DJing. 250K is a great guess though. It's actually disgusting. Yeah, that's so crazy. While we've been on this, Nav just replied, "Ooh, that is a good question. That is one of my favorite topics to talk about." Hold on, let me reply back to Nav Josh. Rory and Mal breakup. Um, what's so funny? At first, I was so on Rory and Mal's side, just because I felt like on like a friendship level and everything, I really kind of empathized with them. But now, I don't know. Like now looking back, like I it's fucked up. I see a lot more of where Joe came from in that, when it comes to like business and things like that. Like I thought about it for like my pod. If I just put a co-host right next to me, right, and then the brand blew up 2, 3 years later, does that diminish all the sweat equity I've put in for a year and a half by myself? Like, are you supposed to, I'm still the one who was here the most before it was, and I know like Rory was there very, very early, but I've built my brand. Like, um, especially like I don't know, it's on a friend level, fucked up. On a business level, I kind of see where Joe comes from, and that's kind of fucked up too. So Navjosh did reply. I'm just, like, hitting him on the side. So funny. This is so funny because this is, like, literally how I work. Like, I go wherever my brain takes me, and then we just kinda cook. It's so funny because I get, like, Joe being such an over explainer because that's how I be in arguments, just to, like, win. It's so fucked up. But man, like, talk about everybody landing on their feet. Rory and Waller crushing it. Joe is, like, to the moon right now. Like, I know he talks his shit, but, like, he really just does make stars. Like, he I think he said it recently, Joe's like, "I'm a kingmaker." He's not wrong. Everybody who's touched that, their brand has grown significantly. Like, motherfucking Ish is doing speaking arrangements. Like, that dude I mean, like, that dude had motion and was, like, working in construction, but dude's doing, like, speaking engagements and pods, and he was, like, literally just, like, a contractor dude that, like, people knew in and out of New York. Crazy. Yeah. Everybody be nice, my girl's sleepy. Huh? Okay. Did you eat? Okay. Cool. Alright. Look at you. Okay, bye now. Huh? See you in 2 hours. You want me to turn this light off? Okay, Google, turn bedroom light off. Mind you, this shit is 3 p.m. My girl is so funny. I love you. Good night. Sorry guys, I don't have YouTube Premium. The pod ain't making money like that. I'm sorry. Man, some things on, like, studio speakers sound so much better, like, so much better. Like, I'll ever just listen to music at, like, a studio that's, like, built for listening to music. I met up with Kahani earlier this week, and we just, like, swung by his studio that he's, like, building. Man, he was playing me some, like, random records I've heard, but in the studio, the shit is just crazy.